Hello everybody. Welcome if you're new and welcome back to my channel. This is Dina. I know it's been a hot minute since my last upload. I think it was my last video was on the last day of 2020 and now it's mid-April, so it's literally been over 3 months that I have not been filming or doing any sort of editing or posting on my YouTube. I hope you miss me. I just really wanted to take a break myself from all the editing work and vlogging, and I thought I just wanted to take some weekend time back to myself. Picked up new hobbies like biking everywhere in Singapore, really loving it, and got so tanned. You can't really see from the lighting here, but compare, that's my actual skin color. This is the tan part, so I've been very aggressive. Also, I have been doing a lot of reading, which is something I'm so proud of, and it was one of my New Year's resolutions for 2021. For this year, I really want to read a lot more than last year or all the previous years, and I am happy to report I have read 12 books in the first 3 months of 2021, which is, to me, that's something I've never done. That's very mind-blowing for me to even process that I was able to do it. And because of that, I wanted to create today's video and just share with you all how I did it. So a lot of you have reading goals for 2021 or even just every year. And if you are an audio learner, like you're into audiobooks, podcasts and stuff, this is the right content for you. Hopefully what I'm about to share will benefit you. All right, so to start, just to give the context, I don't like reading words. I don't know if I have dyslexia. I have been okay growing up, like learning in schools and stuff, never been a problem, but I just really not a huge fan of reading. But I have been kind of learning about how to speed read, which I'll share in the end. But I am much more of an audio learner type of person, as in like I love podcast content. I listen to stuff all the time. I don't even listen to music anymore these days. It's all audio content. So the 12 books that I read in the first 3 months of 2021 essentially boils down to 1 book a week, and all of them were audiobooks. And I think the other reason that I don't like reading words is because I feel like you really have to sit down and do it. And that's just a little hard for me to carve out sometimes. So what I'm about to share is sort of a combination of time management hacks and also the 3 wonderful audiobook apps that I just have to share with you all. So here we go. So I'm gonna show you all first that I have a books folder on my phone, and these are all the apps that I have saved for my own reading. Now I'm going to recommend my top 3 out of all these top 3 reading apps for you all to try out. None of them is sponsored, and they're also very affordable, so that's the good news. Okay, so I'm gonna go from my favorite to maybe my 3rd favorite. So the first one is this one called Libby. Libby is an amazing app. You're gonna see what books I borrowed. But let me go to the home page for you all. This is kind of the home page. So what is Libby? Libby is actually an app that's connected to all the libraries out there. This is an amazing app because essentially everything is free, and essentially they have almost everything because it's accessing the content of your local library. So I'm based in Singapore. What I need is to basically input the National Library Board card, my library card, enter my details into the app, and boom, I have access to everything. All the digital contents, which includes ebooks, audiobooks, and magazines. I'm really into magazines, and I pay $10 US per month before on Apple News Plus, the US edition, where I get access to all the magazines out there. Now I just canceled it because I have access to all the same magazines here for free, which is amazing. But I have to say, as someone who is on work visa residing in Singapore, I do need to pay like $50 for the library card per year, which is very minimal if you calculate how much you spend on buying books. This is so amazing. I just cannot believe I have not heard about this until a few months ago. So this has been a life-changing app, a game changer. I listen to books on here all the time. Well, the only thing, maybe the only inconvenient thing is that it is a library. So even the ebooks, magazines, audiobooks, they have a limited number of copies, which means sometimes you will have to put things on hold, wait for it to be available, and you only have a certain number of days to consume the content before it expires, and you either can renew it or you have to return the book, just like any library. But to me, that's not a huge problem, honestly, because there's so many things I want to read on my reading list. So I'll just go with whatever is available and then put holds on the ones that I cannot get. And also having a time limit on this thing is actually working to my advantage because I want to read fast. I don't want to delay this thing. So get Libby. I think they have 5 million downloads on Play Store. I don't know about the Apple App Store, but it's the best. Okay, next one is this one called Storytel. Let me open the app for you. So Storytel is, let's just say, in my opinion, it's kind of the combination of Kindle plus Audible, both from Amazon. It has both, again, ebooks and audiobooks. The beauty about this app is that it syncs, meaning if you're listening to a book like I do most of the time, and then sometimes you hear something, oh wait, there's like one paragraph that I want to actually read the words, or there's a chart or something, the app syncs to that exact page, so you can jump back and forth between reading visually or listening to the audiobook, which is amazing because all the other apps out there, you can't really do that. And this is, I think, the biggest advantage of this app. The drawback for this app is, one, it's not free. It costs, I think, around 10 Sing dollars per month, which is very little. It's a subscription, so it's unlimited. It's unlike Audible, where you only get one free book and then you have to keep paying for new ones if you want to read more per month. This is unlimited. But the selection, I have to say, there's so many books that I cannot find on this app right now. Maybe it'll get better, maybe it'll change. I already paid for a 1-year subscription, so I'm still using this app because I did not hear about Libby until a little bit later than when I paid for this. I just wish they have a wider selection, more recent selection, so then it would be more comparable to, or competitive to Libby. But amazing, amazing app. Now, the third one that I would recommend is this one called Blinkist. I'm gonna open the app. This is also another paid app. Okay, so Blinkist is a very special kind of app. What you get in the app is actually a quick, short summary of an entire book. They have a team that reads the book and then summarizes it into chapter summaries, basically. And so you get a really short version, basically the gist of every book. So this is a perfect app for those of you who really loves efficiency, who just want to get to the core ideas of those nonfiction books. If you're a novel reader, this is probably not it, because the beauty of those storytelling, the details are all gone. So this is more for like those business books, or you know what I mean. Like, I read sometimes psychology books, and it's a good app for it. It costs $10 a month as well, but I have stopped paying for this. I used to pay for an annual subscription of it, and what I find, even though this is really genius and really saves you time, you can basically consume a book in 10 minutes, honestly. But I feel like a lot of the details of a book is lost kind of in the translation, if you know what I mean. I still kind of want to read the entire book in its entirety. And if I can afford to, in terms of time commitment, then I would opt for the entire book. So then that's when I decided to try out another approach eventually instead of using this app. But still, I know I have friends who use this app, they love it, it's super awesome. So if you prefer to consume just the very gist of each book type of content, this is the perfect app for you. It's very affordable, there's no limits, it's a subscription, and I would also say they don't have all the books in the world out there, so the selection could be a little wider. So those are my absolute top 3 favorite audiobook apps. But now you're wondering, okay, how did you read so much? How did you have the time? This is where I transition this video to time management and productivity. What I find to be extremely useful, one thing I truly adopt as a life hack, living my everyday life like this, is something I call it double task, which means when I'm doing something that I don't need to use my brain. Keyword, I don't need to use my brain. Examples: biking, brushing my teeth, washing dishes, walking, commuting, cooking, like all these times where I'm just doing something that I have to do, need to do, but I'm not necessarily using my brain. I will always pick something to listen or to watch on YouTube. Obviously, if I'm cooking, I'm like stable, then I can watch something. But if I'm biking, for example, as an exercise, running, stuff like that, I would always choose an audio content. I even got a shower speaker. I know, it's kind of crazy, right? But they sell those out there. You would never know until you start looking for them, right? I just think those 10 to 20 minutes that I'm in the shower, gosh, to me it's like a waste of time if I'm not learning something. It might sound a little crazy, but try it. I mean, if you can even listen to music while you're showering, right? So it's just a little speaker I got from Typo, and I sync it to my phone via Bluetooth, so I listen to it, audiobooks, while I'm showering, which is so pleasant, you know? So double tasking is very important. The other thing I want to mention in terms of just reading in general is that we don't really carve out time for it. At least I didn't do that before. What I did was I always schedule time for gym, I always schedule time for like eating, cooking, laundry, like all these things. And then reading just became time fillers, right? I have, okay, 10 minutes here, I'm bored, I'm not watching TV, I'll read. Then I would never get anywhere with reading. So I've really started to change my behavior since last year. I would try to read maybe half an hour before bed and read every weekend in the morning. So I have some dedicated times. It's sort of like a muscle. It's sort of like training in the gym. Like you've gotta schedule time for it. Okay, final note on speed reading. So if you're a visual learner and you love reading words, first of all, I'm very envious of you, and you probably read pretty fast already. But one thing I learned from Jim Quick's, the master of all learning, is that when you're reading words, it's good to have a kind of a pointer to guide you through the lines. So your eyes would naturally follow a moving object. And if you're moving a pencil or ruler really fast on a piece of paper, then your eyes will go really fast with it, and you're going to consume groups of words at the same time, not one by one, and that's how you really speed read. Obviously it will take time, it will take focus. Focus is the most important thing. But I've done it even on Kindle, an app like Kindle. There are visual aids where you can select in the menu, where you can have a ruler, digital ruler on your digital page, and you could just scroll it down and then your eyes will trace it. I would say it really helps. Something I learned, so I wanted to share it with all of you. All right, if you've gotten this far in the video, I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hopefully you found value in this short little sharing of mine. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Also, one ask, if you know any life hacks, tips and tricks in this area, please share in the comment section. I would love to learn from all of you. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.